Good afternoon, my grade 10 learners. Mula sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, isa na namang Math Talino Monday. I am Tutor King from SDO Tarlac Province, together with Tutor AVGIL and Tutor ROWEL. Tutor ROWEL?
Thank you, Tutor King. Kumusta, athletes? Are you now ready to unlock a new math lesson for quarter 2, week 3? Alam kong ready na kayo, kaya athletes from all over the Philippines, welcome on our ETULAY online tutorial kung saan ay ating itutulay ang pagkatuto ng bawat batang Pilipino sa Mathematics 10. Once again, I'm Tutor ROWEL from SDO Camarines Sur, your math coach in Math 10. Ngayon, makasama rin natin si Tutor AVGIL.
Thank you so much sa ating mga kasama, Tutor King and Tutor ROWEL. So muli po, ako ang inyong Tutor AVGIL mula sa SDO Bataan at welcome nga sa ating quarter 2, week 3. Tutor King?
Ayan. Thank you, Tutor AVGIL. Mamaya makakasama natin sila Tutor AVGIL and Tutor ROWEL. And we will now start sa ating discussion. We are now in quarter 2, week 3. And it's titled, The Relation Among Chords, Arcs, Central Angles, and Inscribed Angles. Yours truly, I am Tutor King. Before we start, we would like to acknowledge DepEd Cordillera Administrative Region because their module is our reference for our today's lesson. And we have an objective now to derive inductively the relations among chords, arcs, central angles, and inscribed angles. Before we start to our lesson, let's have first a warm math exercise. Are you now ready? If you are ready, let us now start. Number 1, what do we call to the distance around the circle? Ano kayo yung tinatawag natin na distance around the circle? A, circumference, B, area, C, volume, or D, length. Ano kaya ang tamang sagot dito? If your answer is A, circumference, you got it right. How about in number 2? Number 2, what is the formula for computing the area of the circle? Ano kaya yung formula natin sa pag-compute ng area ng circle? A, pi r squared, o baka naman B, 2 pi r, or C, 1/2 BH, o baka naman D ang sagot natin, length times width or L times W. Sa tingin nyo, learners, ano kaya ang tamang sagot dito? What is the formula for computing the area of the circle? If your answer is A, tama! Pi r squared. In number 3, what is the formula in computing the circumference of the circle? We are talking about circumference of the circle naman. Ano kaya yung formula dito? A, pi r, B, pi r squared, C, 2 pi r, o baka naman D, 2 pi. Ano kaya yung formula for computing the circumference of the circle? If your answer is letter C, you got it right. In number 4, what is the circumference of a circle with a radius of 5 units? A, 20 pi units, B, 10 pi units, C, 5 pi units, or D, 2 pi units. What is the circumference of a circle with a radius of 5 units? If your answer is B, tama! 10 pi units. For number 5, what is the area of a circle with a radius of 3 units? A, 11 pi units, B, 9 pi units, or C, 6 pi units, o baka naman D ang sagot ninyo, 5 pi units. What is the area of a circle with a radius of 3 units? If your answer is B, tama! Napakahusay talaga ng mga grade 10 learners natin. And I know we are now ready for math talks. Let us now start our discussion. Now, before we start, let us recall, ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng circle? When we say circle, it is a set of all points with the same distance from a fixed point called center. So this is a figure of a circle, and we have a fixed point called center. So when we are naming a circle, we use the center point. So the center is used to name a circle. We have here point A as a center of a circle. Therefore, this circle is called circle A. And we have here radius, and the plural of radius is radii. Of a circle is a segment whose endpoints are at the center and at a point on the circle. So a radius is a line segment whose endpoints, yung isa nakasa center, and then yung isa naman is any points on the circle. So it is the distance from the center to any point of the circle. We have here an example of radius, line segment AD, line segment AB, and line segment AC. Then, a chord of a circle is a line segment that has its endpoints on the circle. So yung mga endpoints naman ng chord lies on the circle. And we have here, line segment EB, tingnan yung endpoints niya, nandun sa circle, on the circle. And line segment BD, that is an example of a chord. Next is a diameter. A diameter of a circle is a chord that passes through the center of the circle. And it is also the longest chord of a circle. And the measurement naman ng diameter is twice the radius. We have here the diameter. Line segment BD, diba? It passes through point A, therefore it is a diameter. Next is a tangent. A tangent is a line or pwede rin naman segment or pwede rin ray that intersects a circle at exactly one point. And the point of intersection is called point of tangency. And this is an example of tangent. Ayan. So line M is intersect the point E. Therefore, line M is a tangent with a point E as a point of tangency. A circle at exactly 2 points. A secant is a line or a segment or a ray, pwede ring ray, that intersects a circle at exactly 2 points. Kung si tangent, it intersects the circle at exactly 1 point. Si secant naman, it intersects the circle at exactly 2 points. So we have here line EB or line segment EB, pwede ring ray EB at pwede ring ray BE. Those are example of secant. Next is an arc. An arc is a part of a circle between 2 points, and the symbol of an arc is used to denote an arc, yung curved line na pataas. Ganun. And we have here arc CB. Ayan. Kikita nyo naman yung arc CB. And arc EDB. Those are example of arcs. So we can classify arcs into 3. We have minor arc, semicircle, and a major arc. So ano ba yung pagkakaiba nila? Let us start in a minor arc. When we say minor arc, it measures less than 180 degrees. And an example of minor arc is an arc DE. So arc DE is an example of minor arc. How about semicircle? When we say semicircle, and semicircle is half of a circle, and it measures equal to 180 degrees. An example of a semicircle is arc DEB. Yan. How about major arc? When we say major arc, it measures more than 180 degrees. And an example of major arc is arc DBC, di ba? Linagpasan niya. Mas malaki siya kaysa sa semicircle. So, minor arc, less than 180 degrees. Semicircle, equal to 180 degrees. And major arc, more than 180 degrees. Next, we have central angle. A central angle of a circle is an angle formed by 2 radii. and its vertex is at the center of the circle. So we have here line segment DA, that is a radius, and line segment CA, that is also a radius, and the angle formed by radii DA and CA, we have angle DAC. And point A is located at the center, therefore, it is an central angle. Next, we have line segment AB and line segment CA, that is also radius, and the angle formed by two radius, we have angle CAB, and angle CAB is also a central angle. And we have also angle DAB, that is also a central angle. And take note, when we add angle DAC, or the measurement of angle DAC and the measurement of angle CAB and the measurement of angle DAB, their sum is 360 degrees, or one complete rotation. Next, let us talk about an intercepted arc. When we say an intercepted arc, it is created when lines or subset of a line cuts across a section of a circumference of a circle. We have here angle CAD and an arc CD. And arc CD, it is a minor arc that is intercepted by angle DAC. And we have relationship of central angle and its intercepted arc. Ano ba yung relationship nila? The measure of central angle is equal to the measure of its intercepted arc. So if the measurement of angle DAE is 90 degrees, and we want to find and arc DE is intercepted by angle DAE, therefore the measure of arc DE is also 90 degrees. Parehas lang measure ng central angle and its intercepted arc. Next, how about inscribed angle? When we say inscribed angle, it is an angle whose vertex lies on the circle and the sides contains chord of the circle. When we say central angle, the vertex is located at the center. Kapag inscribed angle naman, the vertex is located on the circle. And an example of an inscribed angle is angle DBC. There are three different ways or cases in which an angle can be inscribed in a circle. The first one is when the center of the circle is on one side of the inscribed angle, or like this illustration. And the second one, when the center of the circle is in the interior of the inscribed angle, kapag nasa loob naman, like this illustration. And the third one is when the center of the circle is on the exterior of the inscribed angle, like this illustration. So we have three ways in which an angle can be an inscribed angle. So how about the relationship of inscribed angle and its intercepted arc? So may relationship din yan. The measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. Or if the measure of arc D is equal to 90 degrees, and we will divide it by 2, and it is 45 degrees. Therefore, the measurement of angle DCE, which intercepted the arc DE, the measure of angle DCE is now 45. Kalahati lang. Kung ang arc ay 90 degrees, and its angle is half of that, which is 45 degrees. Now, I know that you are ready for our math practice. Let us call on Tutor AVGIL for math practice.
Thank you so much, Tutor King, di ba? So talaga naman alam ko mga great and learners na nahasa kayo sa lahat ng mga definition about the circles. At natutunan nyo rin kung ano mga relationship ng iba't ibang inscribed angles into intercepted arc, ganyan din ng central angles into intercepted arc. Ngayon naman ay subukan natin na-apply ang inyong mga natutunan with Tutor King dito sa ating math practice. Handa na ba kayo? Yan, let's start. So problem number 1, what is the measure of angle DAS if the measure of arc DS is equal to 30 degrees? Sige nga daw, subukan nga nating sagutan. Okay, so this is the solution. Given that the measure of the arc DS is equal to 30 degrees. Ano ba napansin nyo sa ating illustration? That is correct. Diba no? Ang ating angle DAS ay central angle. At ang ating arc DS ay intercepted arc ng ating central angle. Kung ang ating angle DAS ay central angle, based sa relationship ng central angle at intercepted arc, ibig sabihin, ang kanilang measurement must be equal. Therefore, the measurement of angle DAS is equal to 30 degrees. Nakuha ba? Magaling. Now let's have problem number 2. What is the measure of angle DAS if arc DSY is a semicircle and angle YAS is equal to 110 degrees? Yan, nakita natin sa illustration. At ang hint para ma-solve natin ito, the measure of angle DAY is equal to the measure of angle DAS plus the measurement of angle YAS. So, if the given measurement of angle YAS is equal to 110 degrees, the measure of DSY is equal to 180, the measure of angle DAY is equal to 180, and for us to get the measurement of angle DAY, kailangan pagsamahin natin ang measurement ng DAS at ang angle YAS. So we just simply have 180 by substitution is equal to the measurement of angle DAS plus 110. Applying the addition property of equality, wherein whatever added to the left side of the equation must be added as well to the right side of the equation as long as it will not affect the result, we will have now 180 plus the quantity negative 110 is equal to the measurement of angle DAS plus 110 plus the quantity negative 110. Therefore, the answer or the measurement of angle DAS is equal to 70 degrees. Ayan, very good. Now let's have another problem. Problem number 3. What is the measure of angle DBS if angle DAS is equal to 45 degrees? So observe muna natin ulit ang illustration. At may hint tayo sa ilalim. Our hints are, the measure of angle DAS is equal to the arc DS. And 1/2 of the measure arc DS is equal to the measure of angle DBS. And for our solution, we will have the measurement of angle DAS is equal to the measure of arc DS, wherein that is 45 degrees. Therefore, our arc DS is equal to 45 degrees. On the other hand, 1/2 daw ng measure of arc DS is equal to the measurement of angle DBS. So therefore, we just simply divide 45 by 2, and that will give you the result of 22.5. And that is the measurement of angle DBS. Nakuha ba? Mas galing! So now let's sum it up. Let us call Tutor Rowel para sa summary ng ating lesson for today.
Thank you so much, Tutor AVGIL. Kumusta, athletes? Alam kong nakuha niyo ang lesson natin this week. This time, let's sum it up. This time, you will simply complete the given statements. Okay po? So we have, the measure of the intercepted arc is blank to the measure of the central angle. So what do you think? Ang relationship ng intercepted arc and ang central angle. They are? Okay, equal. Say for instance, the intercepted arc measures 50 degrees. Then, the central angle also measures 50 degrees. For the second one, the measure of an inscribed angle is blank the measure of its intercepted arc. So, what do you think? Athletes, the answer is half. So, the inscribed angle is half the measure of its intercepted arc. Say for instance, the inscribed angle measures 20 degrees, then its intercepted arc measures 40 degrees. Or if the intercepted arc measures 100 degrees, kalahati nun is the inscribed angle, which is 50 degrees. Now, how about this? The sum of the measures of all arcs found in a circle is equal to blank. So what do you think is the sum of the measures of all arcs? It is equal to 360 degrees. So one complete rotation or revolution. We have also the other types of arcs. We have major arc, minor arc, and semicircle. Pag sinabing semicircle, it's equal to 180 degrees. Pag minor arc naman, between 0 and 180 degrees. While major arc, it is between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. How about 360 degrees? Ano pong tawag doon? So it can be referred as the biggest arc. How about this one? The chord is a segment inside the circle that consists of exactly blank points on the circle. Ano kayong tamang sagot? Okay, exactly 2 points on the circle. This time, alam ko kaya nyo na itong gawin. We have the quick check challenge. I know you can because you are, again, mathletes, matibay. Now, we have problem number 1, which refers to a set of points that are with the same distance from a fixed point. A, secant, B, center, C, radius, or letter D, circle. What do you think, mathletes? The answer for number 1 is circle. How about number 2? For number 2, it refers to the longest chord in a circle. A, diameter, B, secant, C, radius, or letter D, tangent. What do you think is the answer? It is the longest chord in a circle. Mathletes, the correct answer is letter A, diameter. Number 3, what part of circle E is arc AFC if angle AEC is equal to 180 degrees? A, central angle, B, semicircle, C, major arc, or letter D, minor arc. Alin kaya dyan yung sagot, mathletes? The answer for number 3 is semicircle. Number 4, what is the measure of angle FEC if arc FC is equal to 115 degrees? A, 57.5 degrees, B, 115 degrees, C, 180 degrees, or letter D, 230 degrees. Angle FEC is the central angle, and its intercepted arc is arc FC. So what does it mean? Ano ngayon ang measure ni angle FEC? The answer is letter B, 115 degrees. They are equal in measure, okay? How about number 5? The last quick check question. What is the measure of the major arc in a circle? Is it letter A, between 0 degrees and 180 degrees? Letter B, between 180 degrees and 360 degrees? Letter C, exactly 180 degrees? Or letter D, exactly 360 degrees? Alin kaya dyan ang measure ng major arc? Mathletes, the correct answer is letter B, between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. So nakuha po ba yung lahat ng quick check questions natin? Alam kong nakuha nyo because once again, you are matibay. Now this time, athletes, since you are matibay, I know that you can take the math challenge of the week. And what is that math challenge of the week? In circle C, the measure of angle XCY is equal to 164 degrees. Find the measure of angle XZY. Mathletes, you have the given illustration. We have the vertex, which is point C. We have points on the circle. We have X, Y, Z, and W. Now, what do you think is the measure of angle XZY? So, Mathletes, you will simply post your answers on your Facebook account, or you may do it on our official Facebook page. We have DepEd ETULAY and DepEd EdTech Unit. Don't forget to write hashtag ETULAY Math Challenge, hashtag Tutor AVGIL, hashtag Tutor ROWEL, and hashtag Tutor King. I know you can because you are matibay. Now, let's welcome once again Tutor King and Tutor AVGIL. Hello, Tutor King, Tutor AVGIL.
Yes, maraming salamat ulit, Tutor ROWEL, and of course, Tutor King, sa isang maganda na namang discussion for this afternoon kasama ang mga great and learners natin sa Mathematics 10, Quarter 2, Week number 3. Yes, Tutor King?
Ayan. So before we end our discussion for today, huwag niyo kakalimutan i-like and i-share yung ating FB page, yung DepEd EdTech Unit and DepEd Tayo. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button sa ating YouTube channel. We have DepEd Educational Technology Unit and DepEd TV. And Tutor ROWEL?
Yes, thank you, Tutor King. Actually, I'm looking forward sa mga isasagot ng ating mathletes sa Math Challenge of the Week. Just like we have in ETULAY Quarter 1, di ba po? This time, once again, I'm Tutor ROWEL from SDO Camarines Sur, your math coach in Math 10.
And I am Tutor King from SDO Tarlac Province.
At maraming salamat ulit sa lahat ng mga nakasama namin great and learners sa ating great and mathletes. Dito lamang yan sa Math Talino Day Monday sa DepEd TV plus ETULAY. Ako po ang inyong Tutor of Hill from SDO Bataan. Paalam!